This piece is called MKC43 Collar by Arlene M. Fisk. Born in New York in 1931, this collar was made in 1985. It is made out of copper, silver, and carnelian. It is currently present at the Montreal Museum of Fine Art and it is part of the Leanne and David M. Stewart collection. Of course, as you guys know, the description I just read is a description made from the museum itself, and it's part of the parallel exhibit that's currently underway at the museum. So if you're visiting Montreal, take the time to go to the Museum of Fine Arts and enjoy this beautiful piece and collection that's currently there.
So I'm re-recording this video. I had already released it earlier in the morning. So if you guys saw this video and were there to support me, thank you very much. And for those who weren't there, that's absolutely fine. You're now getting the actual video. I went back and noticed that both in my video that premiered earlier in the morning and in my Canva original video, for whatever reason, the volume in the other two parts never got recorded. So unfortunately, I have to redo, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We live, we learn, and we move on, right? We make mistakes. Unfortunately, it's not the first mistake I've made, and it won't be the last. But life happens. You learn. Next time, I'll just be a little bit more diligent with my downloads and make sure to play through, so that way I know everything worked properly. So as I said, this is part of an exhibit that's currently at the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts. So you definitely can go ahead and check it out now. I really like this piece personally. It has that sense of old and new. You know, this is something that you feel that you would see at a Renaissance fair, but because it's made out of metal, you kind of feel like it's cyberpunk almost. Something that you would see also, in a modern movie, sort of. What you would see in a 1980s movie, but their interpretation of what would happen in 2020. You know what I mean? So it kind of has that nice blend between old and new at the same time. Now, I don't know if I would wear this. I don't even know where would I walk around with this, But it does have this air of being very unique and very different. But still like just so unique and so different. Like I said, like where would you wear this? I don't know if I could wear this. Like when you see the Queen of England when she was alive, and she would go to equestrian races and stuff, and everybody had these weird and obnoxious hats. I kind of feel like this would be something that you would see there, but instead of it being for hats, that would be for necklaces and any kind of like neck jewelry kind of thing. In French, we have what's the word called collier. So really those wraparounds, jewelry that goes around your neck. So it feels like this would be that kind of like one-time event, like for the Met Gala, where they just go absolutely crazy with their decor and the people just dress in the most outlandish ways. So it kind of feels like that, but I like it. I see myself potentially wearing it, but again, it's like, where I don't have an extravagant lifestyle and poshy and fancy pantsy. I'm very much of a burger and fries kind of person, so for me it's like, where would I go with this? Like I don't see myself wearing this anywhere in particular. But anyways, I like it. I think it's nice. It's definitely very pretty. And the back of it, you don't really see it here in this photo. I'll try to link the photos in my description for this video, but in the back it's just as fancy as the front. It's just a shame that there's not more color to it, but it's very simple, but yet very eye-catching at the same time. So as I indicated earlier, this piece is found in the current exhibition, the main exhibition at the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts called Parallèle, a history of women in design. Now, parallèle is the French word for parallel, and it's spelt Paralles. And what they've done with the title, because the word she in French can mean either she as in one woman or she as in several women, they've put that last few letters in parentheses. So the ELLES at the end is in parentheses because that's the word for she, but several women, right? And it really puts that little, punctuation, that little exclamation on the fact that women are part of history, are a part of art, and in particular in design, tend to dominate. It's one of the few artistic endeavors where it is mostly women that you find in that. So to have that emphasis not only in the title but in the subject matter of the exhibition is very interesting to see. So it's until May 28th at the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts. So if you are in Montreal or will plan on visiting Montreal, I would definitely recommend making a stop at this exhibit to see it for yourself. I really enjoyed it. I'm not big on interior design, but there was a particular statue that's the quote unquote masterpiece, the central focus that you see almost right away. That was really interesting and very different. There was a few other pieces, including the one I spoke of course, in this video that I found very interesting and enjoyable. So I'm going to read a little part of what you're going to see as the description of the exhibit on the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts webpage itself. So it says a sweeping story of perseverance, creativity, and triumph. Parallel highlights the breadth and complexity of design pieces made by American and Canadian women by situating these works against the backdrop of social, political, and personal issues that shaped their experiences across time. The exhibition also considers the intersectionality of gender, identity, race, culture, and class to provide a deeper understanding of the varied roles and achievements of women. Okay, so that obviously, like I said, I found it on the website itself. So you see that obviously art tends to be has that tendency of integrating itself in society, right? Art isn't, we tend to forget, we know that art isn't just it's over there, it's just something to be. It's part of our not only entertainment. How many of us, when we first went into lockdowns in March of 2020, it's now been over 3 years, right? The first thing we did, we all went on YouTube, we all played video games, we all were long into, so all these people depend on art. How many music videos did you we watch? How many movies did we watch? If we didn't have people that were singing, that were painting, that were doing all these things, a lot of us would, not be here, right? It's central to our lives to have art, right? To have people who are painting and singing. And we tend to forget that art isn't separated from politics, from government. It's integral part, right? Many artists are out there saying their thoughts about politics. They don't have any less of a value or a place to criticize politics or to agree with it. There are many artists throughout history that went to war for their ideology, that criticize the government through their art, right? Many have been sent to prison because they, disagreed in a very public way through their art, the government or a government agent, right? So I always, I get heartbroken when I hear people say, "Oh, you're an actor, you shouldn't be saying." No, it's everybody has the right to have their voice, and especially nowadays, with YouTube being what it is, If you disagree with somebody, you should be able to say, hey, no, I don't like what you think, or I disagree because of XYZ reason. And there shouldn't be anything impeding you. Now, there's a difference between saying, hey, I disagree with you because of my religion, of my political alignment, and saying, well, because you do this in the bedroom, well, you shouldn't be alive. Well, no, there that I think is an exaggeration, obviously, right? But I don't think anybody should tell you, well, because you disagree with me, or because you're an artist, or because you did this in the bedroom, or you have this religious or political affiliation, you shouldn't talk. To me, that's really un-Canadian, to have that kind of mentality, right? There's a lot of political individuals I don't agree with, or mentality that I don't like, but it should be said, it should be out there and available for people to analyze for themselves and see, hey, do I agree with this, or there lessons for me to learn from this? And if you don't want to associate yourself with that group or person, make it known, hey, I don't feel comfortable, and step away. So hopefully I'm not entering into too much politics for you guys, but these are my personal opinions and thoughts. And let me know, guys, what you thought, whether it's about this particular piece, the exhibition, if you went to it yourself, or any other topic that you would like me to deal with. Let me know in the comment section. Of course, give me a like and a share, guys. And I hope that I hear what you guys think. So have a great one, guys.